No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure at all. There we go.
Oh, you got it. Look at that.
I got it.
In 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I can pull it up in 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah. All right. We'll just put it back to that and let it rock.
All right. So this is here the web platform. The web platform view. The mobile app looks identical to it. There's zero difference between the web view and the mobile app itself. So there's absolutely no difference between the two. What you see is, here is going to end up being the same in either respect. Is a slight difference is the menu here will appear down at the bottom, same icons. It'll just appear down at the bottom on the app, at that point. But in any case, so this is what your as a dispensary, this is what your customers are going to end up seeing. And it's going to geolocate. This is the demo side. So we just got a bunch of different little dispensary names in here. Some are good friends of mine that are actually real dispensaries that are letting me use their names and stuff that in the demo side and in production later on down the line. But nevertheless, some of these are also just dummy dispensaries. Anywho, so customer's going to come to the platform. They're going to want to order. And so I'm going to stay logged in. They would normally end up logging in, and I'll just say where that's going to happen at. Here. So they're going to click. They're going shopping. So they're going to shop from Vibes Cannabis Co. They're looking for their products. This one here is as a demo. It's just showing the framework of how many you can fit on a page. For all, click flower here. Oh, we're going to get some OG sour bubble. So, at that point, customer can get a description. They're going to see, if you notice on the beginning here, they get a review rating. So the reviewed products there is going to be displayed. They can wish list a product. They can like it, love it. At that point, they can click it, learn more about that product. Users describe the OGX, and you can also add attributes in here. So you can say, hey, this is an indica, or it's an indica dominant hybrid, or whatnot. You can add the terpene profiles in. You can go completely all out, with what, this is little rule or extra, and have actual little, they're little rounded buttons almost. They don't act like buttons. That just says what they are. For the sense of the demo process, this just has, description, and the customer selects a size. So the base price of being an eighth, we're going to say we're going to order a quarter. We're going to say a quarter, $45. Again, Mickey Mouse numbers here. Users, they describe, as one of these here. Add to cart. Customers now added that to cart. Now they're going to view their cart. Oh, look, I already had one added. Oh, look at me being prepared. And so you get some. So we get some OG sour bubble, $75 for the item price. Add-ons. Add-ons can be like papers. So you can add on add-ons just like you could end up adding, like, at a restaurant with DoorDash, you can have them add extra napkins, or you can add up, or add-ons. Think of it as an upsell opportunity. So from a dispensary wanting to upsell, you might want to upsell a pack of rolling papers. You might want to upsell, think of the ancillary or cross-sell, I think is more aptly than an upsell here. If I'm buying flour, I might want to end up adding on maybe a pack of rolling papers. Maybe you're already, at that point you could add a spoon pipe or, something along that lines. You can put those there in the order. So when they actually see it, they can add on to it. I don't have any in the demo platform to show you, but it, works kind of, have you ever been on a e-com platform and you add to cart and it says, oh, customers who bought this may have also bought that, or, oh, don't forget these. That's what those are. That's what the add-on is, at that point. And so they've added this to a cart. It's now already in the cart. We're at 2 clicks just for the count, and we're going to proceed to checkout. And so if you didn't have an order when you account as a customer, when you create one, all this information would already be populated in. At that point, we're going to say home delivery, and it's going to go to this. I want it delivered to this address. I want it delivered today. You can select today or tomorrow. Customers can select an order if a dispensary has it enabled. They can select order ahead or future scheduled orders. So they can have a customer select, I want it to deliver tomorrow, and 30-minute increments. And this would also populate based on this dispensary's hours. So this one's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we're going to say, hey, I want it to order it for today because that's what we're doing here. And I want it now. So I want this to be a now order. And this is my first order. For this account, it's not. But to give you what I was mentioning about the ad customer earlier, this is a welcome. It'll show all the coupon codes that are active right now and that are they have. It'll show them all. This one here, it won't let me add it because it's not the first order. But you would have that availability. The customer can go to their order or I want to do the cart, back to the cart. Clicky the button. There we go. So we're back here and back to the promo code, add a voucher, delivery driver tips. They can select the amount. It starts off at 0. I always hated it with DoorDash and every other company where they would actually pre-fill a 30% tip. If you ever use those platforms, watch out and pay attention because they default to about a 30% tip on there. And so you can actually add, hey, I want to throw them $5. And so that's going to throw, and keep in mind, this is not a percentage. This here is a dollar amount, not a percentage. So that's $5. I want to throw $5, throw it in here. You got $5 tip. And we're going to pay online. And additional note, you can type anything you want in here. Please grab papers. As an example, they might tell they can tell the Budrunner, hey, could you also by any chance grab X, Y, and Z for me while you're there? And they can do that as well. Or you can end up, they might have instructions, on being able to find their location or, X, Y, and Z. Maybe they know that this product that they're buying is popular because you're getting repeat business from your existing customer base. Hey, if you're out of this, feel free to substitute with this if you got it, X, Y, and Z. It allows you to pass a note to the dispensary and off to the driver. From here, it's as simple as clicking confirm order. And then this is going to go through. That order has now been placed. So then we're going to end up getting to this page here. From here, it's going to end up showing you, it's going to display to, your customers, their order number, their order total, their name, their phone number, their email. It's going to pull that information. It's also going to pull the date and timestamp, which is going to get stored for the order. The reason that I'm mentioning this because it's important is because most of them have some sort of transit log or manifest. And most of in just about every state that we have talked with, they have open arms allowed us to use ours. We have not been told no yet from a dispensary or from a Cannabis Control Commission about our platform being suitable in place of some paper manifest. Our platform serves really as that digital trip ticket or that digital trip manifest because everybody has everything available to them through that platform and all of the pertinent information is being done through. So it does serve as that tracking availability. If a customer needs assistance for some reason, they can contact our support team at that point there. And payment method, customer chooses their preferred method to pay using your debit card or credit card right here. Click this. This is going to pull up. We're going to use the demo card right here. And then that's going to be right here, 1237. We're going to enter a CVC code of 123. And we're going to enter 12345. I think I'm missing a digit. Nope, that's right. And so we got 12345. And now in the United States, etc. Click pay now. It's going to end up submitting the payment. You're going to get a toast notification that says, hey, customer's going to see, yep, payment success. It's going to redirect them back to the site. Now they're going to get notified, hey, your order was placed successfully. The dispensary will start preparing your order shortly. And that customer just earned 5 points. And once that order has been successfully delivered, it'll add it to their rewards balance. So from here, we will now segue really quickly into, and I got to swap screen shares. Stop my screen share. Get the hiccups. Let's see here. I need to get into this one. So from here, a dispensary is going to end up seeing this. Now I got to find where this is on my monitor. Oh, right here. And so the dispensary is going to end up seeing this here. It says, hey, you got a new order. Check, please. All right, let me check. I do got a new order here. And so this will go into pending. I got a lot of, again, this is a demo system. It's also used for sales, used to show off the platform to anyone that we're doing. So there's always going to be orders in here that are on or not. In this case, order 10,061 is the current order. At this point in your live, you would likely have it more organized and, upkept at that point. So this order is in a pending status because the order's been paid, but it hasn't been processed. So you're going to go through, you can do this just like I am on a computer. If you have a computer at your dispensary, if you don't have a computer, you can use a tablet, you can use a cell phone, anything that's an Android or Apple iOS device, you're good to go. Or even a Windows or MacBook PC, at that point as well. If it's got a Chrome browser and you can navigate to it, you're good to go. So from here, customer status, status of the order is pending. It's got the reference code. This is the transaction code from our payment processor. The order type is for delivery. Its payment status has been marked that it's already been paid. At that point, the order is for $45. Delivery fee of $8.51, tax of $2.48. Customer total paid $55.99. And we're just going to say that we have this order in stock. We have it available. And so at this point, we're going to go and we're going to say that this order is now been confirmed. It's going to pop up and say, hey, yeah, let's change the status to confirmed. From here, it's going to now end up going and the order's now been confirmed. And now it's going to go in from that into processing. Change status to processing. We're going to say 30 minutes from there. And now we're going to pull up. 1 second here. Come on, computer. And so from there, it's now sent it off to the delivery driver app. It's taking a moment for my emulator on the iOS device to catch up. VS Code sometimes can take a New York minute. And so that's pretty much there. From here, in that order, as I said, you can end up having a delivery driver list on the demo side. Okay. At that point, you can view your customer lists. At that point, see your customers, contact messages. You can end up chatting with a customer. There's a customer chat. At that point, this is what I was talking about earlier with the products. You can add a new product. All the way to add product variations. At that point, you can add add-ons that are relevant add-ons to that particular product. You can add a time that this product's available from, time that product's no longer available from. You can see reviews on delivery driver reviews. At that point there, you can end up seeing, what you need to do to be able to manage your order or to manage what you are aiming to accomplish is able to be done. At the end of the day, that's what we are, our goal, that's what we're building out is a dispensary management solution, for what it is. It's a way to manage your orders for delivery, manage your dispensary, have all of those individualized aspects. Coupon codes. You can enter a coupon code that this code is good from this time to this time for this particular dispensary with this amount, this particular discount. You can set they have to purchase a minimum amount for it to go. Push notifications. Just while this is also loading and getting pulled up. As I said, VS Code can sometimes it's going to build and compile the app. And I thought I had it going, but apparently I didn't click the button that says, hey, we're going to end up building and compiling that.
All right, so I think that's pretty much how it works, right?
Pretty much. The only thing I didn't get to was the delivery driver and pulling that up. But the delivery driver side is booting up. I finally opened it, and now I can see the iOS 14 Max emulator. It's just booting iOS now.
Good. No.
That's at least the the benefit there.
That's awesome, dude.
From here, but that's that's the gist of what you'll end up seeing from the dispensary side. Let me close. I don't need that open anymore. We don't need that open. That open. I'm gonna close some of these screens. It's not even running slow. It's just I got too much open even on a 49-inch monitor. So the way a Budrunner will end up going through is so they have here's a little iOS device emulation, and so from their iPhone, if you're a Budrunner, you're just going to go and click Budrunner Delivery, and from here you would have to log in. I'm already logged in on this device, emulation device already, so it's just going to pull up the demo driver, and it's going to end up pulling it up, and they can see here how much they've earned today, how much they've earned this week, how much they've earned this month. They can see today's orders, this week's orders. They can see the total orders they've done, cash on hand. Again, that'll end up pretty much staying always at 0. They can see, and so this order already has an active order. They can see orders that need to be delivered here, and they can accept them. If the driver tries to accept an order, it's going to end up pulling them up. So this is the one, hey, this order is being prepared. It's not yet ready for delivery, but they've already accepted it and are en route to go to the dispensary to pick it up. So from here, the demo dispensary, we're going to push that order. We're going to push that order forward. That one that we placed earlier here, that we placed together. And so this order here is currently processing. And now it needs to get up. The dispensary's gotten it ready, and now it's going to get moved along into its next process. So now we're going to update that order status. And if you watch on the screen on the driver app, it says ready for pickup.
Whoa.
That instantaneously, it's now ready for pickup. The driver's already heading there because they already accepted and had the directions to get there. Now they're there. It's ready for pickup. They have the dispensary details. They already had that before, but now they get the customer details. From here, they can click, hey, we need directions. I don't know how to get to 564 Edinburgh Road at that point. And that's going to open up in their web browser. It'll end up just opening up and giving them turn-by-turn GPS navigation.
Oh, my God.
And they get turn-by-turn directions on how to get to the customer's address and to deliver that payment. I use Android, so I don't know how to actually do that how to pull up the equivalent of swapping an app that's open. So I just do it the old-fashioned way. And so allow Budrunner Delivery to use your location. This will not ask every time on the emulator. It does because it resets. But in any case, this will go through. And of course, this amount or time frame here would end up being shorter. It doesn't actually mean it would be delivered. This window the customer is given anyway, just so dispensaries know and Budrunners would know that are potentially watching this for the future. That's an estimate window. Customers are told that that's an estimation. It is not a hard time frame.
Okay.
In ideal conditions, that is the estimate. To end up just giving them a rough idea of how long it would end up being. But as the driver, they're going to swipe to pick up the order, and now they have it picked up. So the status is now updated at that point. And we're going to view this. Goes into this order here where now it's viewed, and they're going to go, hey, we're going to deliver this order. So now they've gone and they're already at the customer, and hey, we need to deliver an order. They just swipe, verify customer's age and medical card. Prompt order amount of $55.99, and they have to collect the one-time passcode from the customer to verify the delivery. What that means, and I will quickly swap my screen share, is from our back end, I can see it as if a customer was seeing. Oh, no, I don't want to leave the studio. Come on, present. We're going to share screen. Share screen. There we go. We can close that out. And so from there, Customer is going to go Chrome tab,
I
order
think you
details.
gotta hit present. Oh, there you go. Okay. Add the stream.
Yep. And so from here, we have this order ID, and we can see, this here from this perspective. When we actually go into orders on the way, and we pull this up here, we're going to pull this order up. Show location on the map. That's not where I stashed it. Print invoice. It's not where I stashed it either. Trying to remember where I stashed it on the consumer side. But in any case, there's going to be on the consumer app. It's in the consumer app. And when they're viewing the order, that's how I have to. Yeah, that's why I'm in the wrong spot. Might help if I'm in the right spot, right? So we gotta go. It might help. You don't have to, but it helps.
I mean, you only built an app that
I only built a 3-tiered app system and have countless hundreds of hours. Sitting in it. So in this here, they can track. So customers, you remember in the earlier stream, you asked me actually, hey, can a customer actually track the status of that order and where it is relative? Right here. They can pull it up in their account, and they can actually see orders placed, each step of the process, gets a check mark going through it, where it's delivered. They can see through Google Maps where it is at any given point. They can also see down here the delivery driver that's there, the trip routes from 1 Stockton Street, San Francisco, California, which is the address for the simulator that ordered it, and then the trip route where it's going to go. It's gonna go 5,000 miles on this route for a particular case. They can call, they can message, etc. The demo bypasses a lot of those rules just so that we can show it anywhere. This is out for delivery. So remember that delivery verification code I mentioned. That's this right here. So that customer has this physical code that they have to have access to in addition to verifying. So if they're on their mobile app, they'll view the order. The driver is going to ask them for those things. So the driver is going to end up asking them for their medical card, their driver's license, just to see it, to verify that information. And then they're going to ask them for a verification code. And that verification code, the customer will give the driver enters it in. That matches. If it matches, it's going to allow the release for delivery, and it's going to move the payment from out for delivery to delivered. And then they've physically delivered the order to that customer. It'll also prompt for that availability for the driver to take a photo of the driver's license and a photo of the medical card as well for medical users at that point in time. So you have this code here, kicks off the process, and then you take snap 2 photos, it attaches it to the order, and it'll store it on it.
Awesome.
And that's it. And then that's all she wrote.
Right. How quickly do the drivers get paid?
They're paid weekly.
Okay. So it accumulates?
Yep, it accumulates, and there's an entire dashboard. So in the admin dashboard, so the drivers can see it. And then when you look at under our demo side, so this is in our back end. Dispensaries, as I said, they have a very similar. You can see admin commission, total sales against total sales, etc. User statistics. They can see the delivery driver list. We can see how many orders that particular driver has delivered. We can pull that order up. They've had two deliveries. Conversations that we've had, time logs. This is what I was talking about earlier with the time logging. Transaction history. This one actually hasn't delivered any yet. They stay in the complete, in the out for delivery status until I go in and get tired of it, and then I'll go and do it. But here it'll order transactions, order ID, delivery fee earned, and the date. And then I can actually queue it for a particular day. I can go for a range even for a particular day. We can pull reports. So over here, I can actually pull a report. Let's see here. delivery driver payments. And so I can provide delivery driver earnings. I can actually select a delivery driver, test driver, amount, and I can pull an entire report. I can export this report, and then we send it off to our processor for payroll, and then they go through and they process it all out.
Nice.
And then we can also, for dispensaries, same idea, expense reports, product reports. So these here product reports, I can see how, for a dispensary, we'll have access to this as well. And they can see, product-wise report table. They can see, okay, we're selling a lot of this OG Sour Bubble online. These aren't really doing necessarily as well. And they can actually, again, export and pull that out. We can pull out by every zone, all dispensaries. We can deep dive and just pull one dispensary and look at that for that one particular dispensary between a specific date, see what's been done. We can pull day-wise reporting and pull for all zones, particular zone. The demo server runs on the worldwide, for the worldwide zone, and we can, run today to the 28th. We can click show data. It's not going to generate data for today because nothing's actually been delivered or completed through the system. Right. So, but if it was, we can see the total sales for the day, the delivery fees earned, what the dispensaries have earned. We can see our earnings as a company at that point, what's in progress, delivered, failed. We can get an entire business snapshot right here. Dispensaries have also the access, but they are limited to their dispensary rather than everything.
Wow.
From their subscribed emails for email subscriber lists, through the platform, customer settings. This is what I was meaning. Wrong, not dispensary. I want to show you the dispensary one.
So are you able to do push notifications through the map then too? Because obviously it's really like your order's on the way.
I can send a push notification right here.
Okay.
So I can actually right now see where it says send notification. I can put notification title, get a free pre-roll, Bangor Market, send to, we'll say, the dispensaries. So I can say, server maintenance, and we're going to go to all markets server. We will be performing yada 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 yada. I can put a nice pretty banner to it, click a button, sends a notification. Everybody with the app everybody that is in all zones that's in this customer category. So for us, as a dispensary, we'll be performing maintenance on the Budrunner application and send a notification during this time frame. Or dispensaries can also do same idea as a push notification. I like to call them messaging blasts, and put a blast out, on it. So earlier, like get a free pre-roll to the Bangor Market, and from a dispensary. Ours interface looks a little different from the dispensaries. They still have access to this, but again, it's for instead of zone and send to, they'll have access to customer, and then they can send to the customers from theirs, and they can title it and say, join us for happy hour, yada, 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 between 3 and 5 p.m. Any order over $35, you'll get a free pre-roll, and then they can send that, and that will send it out to their entire customer base. That'll send it out. Actually, it'll actually take the power of the advantage of the market zone. So if your dispensary is part of the Bangor Market, they can push an entire blast out to all of the customers that are in that market.
Awesome.
So there's a huge benefit on the marketing potential for this. Right. From the power and unique ways that just either haven't been tried or aren't being done. Or
because it's done through the app,
right.
It's all compliant.
Right.
They're all registered. They're all legal. It's
right.
not just like spammy text messages or.
Right, and it's all targeted at that
right.
point as well.
Awesome, dude. This is amazing.
And then the other, what I mentioned earlier about the customer wallet. So the rewards points, we can pull reports on the rewards points. If the customer says, hey, I ordered this, but I didn't get my rewards points, we can pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
we can verify it. Customer wallet. If we do a refund, this is what I was talking about. Add funds. I can select this customer. Hey, we're going to add this here. We're going to refund them. Wrong product, or whatever. Wrong product, order number. You would actually end up doing order number, this, wrong product delivered, yada, yada, yada. And then you can click submit, and then it'll add in this case, it would add $269.18 to that customer's account. And then they can use that as cash instead of using their debit card during checkout.
Wow.
Yep. So this was the coupons I was talking about, the push notifications we just touched on, banners. So these are the banners here that you see on the homepage. So when you're in the app, these are here dispensary wise. You can have dispensary wise ones. In this case, you can also have select a market and dispensary or product. So you can actually have one that's just for a particular product and push that particular product. Campaigns. You can run a basic campaign. Deal of the day. Think of it like that, from a date duration from this time to this time, enable or disable, and they have the ability as a dispensary to add that basic campaign. They can add a product level campaign, so like 10% off flour, 15% off dabs, 50% off pre-rolls. When you look at the webpage, that's where you're seeing those, and that's how it's populating those at that point. Dispatch management. It's a feature-rich platform that was built specifically. I think we did touch earlier on employee roles. So dispensaries will be able to create roles and give them a name. They'll say, hey, a Budrunner. They'll have access to this stuff here in the system.
Right.
Clearly I have more. These have more access here. They'll have more. That makes sense for them. We touched earlier on it. I never actually showed it, but it's right here. This is the point of sale system. So this is the POS for us on our end. From a call center perspective, we just have to end up setting an order up for delivery. So all this can do is delivery. So for us on our end, so contact person's name, get their address, information. We can say, what zone they're in, select a product category. We can go and pull those up, select a dispensary. And so we can go in and just pull these up. Of course, I got to go worldwide market. That's why it's not showing any in there. There we are. I knew they were showing up somewhere. So we can say like the grass station and all categories. And say, hey, dabs or vape pens or flour. Grass station is just an empty one. So we're just going to go here for a minute and go all categories. I know one of these has a product in it. I'm not sure which one it is. Oh, I know this one is. So and there you have, you see them right there. Yeah. They can go and click say, hey, you wanted to order an 8? Sure. Add to cart. I mean, it's kind of makes you giggle a little when you talk about calling a customer service line to help with ordering your cannabis products. It has a different meaning, than at that point, and you can go pull the user information in. You can search by give you their phone number. They can just type that in. That's already here. For us on our end, as I said, would be local delivery at the dispensary, where they can actually select the delivery information, the order methodology. Will have a checkbox, whether it's going to be for delivery or for in-store pickup. From there, payment method, how they want to pay. COD is not actually COD. COD is online payment. It just brings it in on here as COD because we have a virtual terminal in our back end.
Right.
I'm not going to show that for brevity, but we have a virtual terminal that we can type the credit card information in and process that payment. Same payment processor, just different approach of processing it for us on our end. And then just click, hey, we're going to place that order. So we to add it in. So, Mary Jane, contact number is going to be 12345678990. We're going to road 580, main road, sorry. Main road 580 for first. It's going to want some sort of latitude and longitude. And now we're going to add that in. And now you have name, contact info, where it's going, orders all in, delivery fees, calculates the sales tax. Place your order. Orders placed successfully. Vibes Cannabis Co. This because it goes into theirs. We can even process ours. We're even compatible with thermal receipt printers, so they can just thermal receipt printer at the dispensary level. For us,
Nice.
it's just for us. We're just going to click the back.
To the bag, basically. Yeah.
Exactly. And so it gives the order number, all the pertinent information that's on there, the product info, everything paid by cash on delivery. That would just be online for the dispensaries. On, as I said, our back end is a little different for us than it necessarily is for the dispensaries, and some things just say COD just because I don't know. I don't get a good answer for why I chose to put it that way. I did. Okay. But $74.95, at that point, that was collected via the virtual terminal. At that point, customer pays, it's all good to go. And this goes right into the dispensary's workflow. Because if we go from here, go into orders, now we can go into all. There's the order right there for that particular dispensary for Vibes Cannabis Co. At that point. And if we go here to dispensary dash panel, this is the dispensary panel, and sign in as a dispensary owner, and sign in here. That's going to be test dispensary. Quick sign. Oh, I got to recheck the captcha. I did check the captcha. What are you talking about? There we go. So this is this is the dispensary's dashboard as a dispensary owner. So this is all theirs. So this is where their orders would come in, tracks their sales, yearly statistics, top selling products, highest rated products in their shop. They can go through, chat with customers, reviews, bank info, my dispensary. They can update their dispensary details, change their banner info for their store. This is their dispensary config, open and closing times, set a minimum order amount, add their cannabis license. If they, remember I said earlier, they're not going to offer delivery. It's turned off. In-store pickup. Yeah, we'll allow in-store pickup. Scheduled orders. We don't want to allow this, dispensary to offer future dated orders. So all this the store can do is in-store pickup. At that point, and then, and this option is selected, customers can place orders for local delivery. This here, they can select that on. It'll enable delivery. If they're going to do it themselves, we have to enable our fulfillment on our back end from viewing. Right. But from the dispensary side, that's just so that way they can't, they can still do their own in-house delivery. And let's say the weather's shitty and the owner says, you know what, we're not going to open today. They can click, they can go, we want to close it, want to temporarily close this dispensary. They can click yes, and they'll temporarily close the dispensary, and the dispensary will list on the website as closed, and in the app it'll say closed. That's at that point. Promotions, as I earlier mentioned, they got the basic campaign, they got the product campaigns they can run. Point of sale, this is a geofence, it locks them into theirs. At that point, and paid by cash, paid by card. See, the payment methodologies changed for them at that point, and then they have access, and they can go, oh yeah, Mary Jane right here. We're gonna take this item here. They can still have they have that same workflow, but obviously they're going to end up, there, place order, and orders placed successfully, and they can print it with the thermal receipt printer. If they go, we'll do it again here. Half ounce, add to cart, walk-in customer. We'll say Mary Jane again, but she's going to pay off a card. Place order. Again, orders placed. And now they're good to go. Same concept. Same idea. They can pay them out. They can change. They can even split and go, I want to do so much cash and do the rest on my card.
Oh,
split pay.
Nice.
And so that's their, they have the ability, if given the permission set as a bud tender or a cashier, they can add discounts. So it'll allow a dispensary to have managers that have access to override pricing on the platform. And so they can go, yeah, we want to, you know what? We're going to take $5 off for you today. Or we'll take 5%. We'll give you a 10% discount. And this customer is getting a 10% discount. It's going to add it to the order. Extra discount or get a discount. It's going to go. Obviously, it's setting at 0 at the moment, but we'll just add that, add whatever. Point is that they can add those, those kind of things. They can add new customers in, first name, last name, email, phone.
Mm-hmm.
And they can add all that and add that information in. And so all of that information is then added into the system. They have all that capability, there. Employee roles as a dispensary owner. This is how they can set it up. Bud tender, order chat, POS. You can see where this screenshot was taken from. Employees. Mary Jane happens to also be an employee here. Test employee at Budrunner IO. And they're given their own email to log in.
Right.
So that customer or that employee could use their personal email, or the dispensary might have their own .com.
Right.
And then that employee might be this employee at company name and done.
Wow.
So in a nutshell, that's, this is the employee dashboard. It's several systems working together. Any questions?
No, dude, I think you got it all hammered out right there.
Beautiful.
So I think if anybody has questions, they know to contact you or just go to the app.
Right. And of course, they're more than happy to, and we'll more than happy. They also can email support at Budrunner.io or at budrunner.io and email support, and we'll be more than happy to assist them there with any pre-sale type questions or anything else.
Absolutely. I think this answers every single variation. I don't know why anybody would have any confusion about how it works now.
Right.
I appreciate your time. I know this was
no problem, Max.
What, 3-4 hours today already?
Yeah, I'm happy to help.
Yeah, no, dude, this is good. So just having this is incredibly beneficial. So yeah, let's just rock it, bro.